What's up, fam? I know I am early. Get my chair right. I know I'm early, y'all. You know me. I like being early. And today, the topic. Well, I'll get into the topic in a few because I know that I'm early. So I still have to get Instagram hooked up. So, but in the meantime, we can listen to some nice inspirational music and look at some nice sea creatures. I love that, man. For some reason, man, it just makes me feel like, oh, it just relaxes me, man. I don't know. And the music that they play along with it is really what's cool. Very relaxing, you know. Um, it's good. It's good to think. It's good to think while you're watching stuff like that. So let me see if I can get my Instagram set up over here while I am fooling around here, you all. So today's topic is going to be very, interesting. I do like uh, coming up with some pretty interesting things that I know that we all kind of deal with at times in life. So these are the things that I like to address, and I am definitely. What time is it? Shoot, I got a whole 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna scroll. I'm gonna be talking to you guys a little bit. Of course, I'm doing my live at 5, but I'm gonna have a character introduced to you guys later on. Very interesting fellow, and I think that we all need to take heed to a lot of his thoughts. He's gonna share his thoughts with you, and it's not that guy Bo, that guy Bobo. No, not him. I wouldn't suggest anybody listen to Bobo. And to be honest with you, this person or this individual that's going to be introduced to you guys later, I don't think that the best advice to follow with that guy is to don't do the things that he's looking for you to do. That's the best I can put that one. But it's very interesting, and that music is loud. I'm gonna tell you something about that music. Hold on. Is that oh Lord, okay. That I had a situation. My new hookup here. Uh, Hold on a second. I'm still working on some things, y'all. Just bear with me, all right? I just wanted to come on early so I didn't have to go through the fight with that and see if I can get this right about in there. All right, that's cool. Woo! It's something trying to get yourself ready and be consistent. So that's what I have been on. I've been on a consistent trip, and I think that is what's needed. I think that we all need and like consistency. I do. All right. Even though it seemed to be the same old thing over and over again, but it is consistent. It is consistent, you know? And today, I guess I can go ahead and tell you guys what today's going to be, what topic. And that is, we're going to talk about trust today. Yeah, we're going to talk about trust. I may or may have not talked about trust on my channel before. But if I have not, then I'm going to recap it again. I said that wrong. If I have not, then I'm going to talk about it. But if I have, then I'm going to recap on my channel again. That's what I meant to say. My old age starting to show. Dad, nabbit, man, I hate when that happens. Right? Okay, so I would like to get Instagram set up in a way where they can also watch that TV in the background because I like it. I like it, Oh, there it is. Yeah. But now I'm gonna have to do a lot of this back and forth and all this yang. That's all right. I can make it happen now. Y'all know me. You know how I work. What's going on with my chains, man? Good Lord. These are not even sitting right. Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. All right, I got it. All right, so fam. Yeah, I want that to be right there, man. See, I'm fooling around with Instagram right now, y'all. So y'all have to bear with me if I don't knock anything over. I'm talking to myself. I should be talking to you guys. I'm trying to get this right, man. I don't know. I just like being right, and I think that music is a bit too loud, though. I mean, I'm gonna have to talk real loud, and I don't feel like doing all that. I'll bring my mic in. If I need to bring my mic in a little bit like that right there. Y'all don't mind my mic being in the scene, right? Yeah, it's a pretty good mic. Oh yeah, can y'all hear me? 1 2 1 2. Yeah, okay. All right, y'all. So yeah, this is kind of how we work it, just like this. Hey, it is what it is. All right, what time is it? Still early, y'all. So trust. How do you? I'm really getting annoyed. I like the music, but it sounds like I'm struggling to speak over it. But anyway, I'm about to turn that down. I think because dang, I mean that's cool and all. Maybe I should just find another genre of music. Genre, is that how you pronounce that? Genre? Hey, whatever. Another set of music. When I get stuck on words, man, I just abandon the whole thing and just find another one. Hey, go. Okay. Um, let's see here. All right. Well, I'm thinking about just starting early, man, because it don't matter. We're gonna start early. You know what I mean? What's the worst that can happen? I don't get people to be checking it out too much, anyways. They always check it out later after the fact, so that's cool too. All right, now YouTube. I'm about to introduce myself on Instagram in a minute. Just give me a minute. All right, I need music for that. There's my intro. Come on. Yeah, here we go. Ready? On three. 1 2. All right. What's happening, Instagram family? How y'all doing? Well, as y'all know, I am on Instagram live at 5, which I am early, and also on YouTube early. They saw me set up on YouTube. You guys just catching me after I'm all set. So today's topic, I already told YouTube what it was that we're going to talk about. Is trust. So how do you go about having people trust you? It doesn't matter if it's in a relationship, in a business setting, in a friendship, in just family. Family has to trust you as well. And I have some family members that just don't trust me for some reason. I don't because I have a history. Not that I used to steal or anything like that. It's just that I was a young man growing up, and I was rough around the edges. I was doing a lot of ripping and running, and of course, not many people who was close to me could trust me at that time because I wasn't a man of my word. I wasn't a young man of my word because I was young, trying to figure it all out. And I think maybe when somebody was to give me money, I didn't bring the money back right away. It took a while for me to give them the money back. Those type things. And these are very essential things. Hold on a second. Just music, bro. I'm about to cut it down. I'm sorry. It's hard for me. For some reason, it's really hard to get that music like really low, like below 1, and still you can hear it. And I think because I got it hooked up properly. Anyway, I think that's what it is. I have it hooked up properly, and it's going through the channel just right. And I just can't control. I'm gonna turn it off. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold on, y'all. Y'all like what the world wrong? There. Whew. I mean, I like that. Was what? Listen, this is what I was trying to do. That was supposed to be a motivational type sound of music in the background. I don't own the rights to this music. Any music that you ever hear me play, for the most part, these days, I do not own the rights to them. There will be a day in my future, hopefully, God willing, that I will be owning the music that you hear in the background. But for now, this is music that I found on YouTube. I've subscribed to a couple of instrumentals. As you notice, most of my music in my background don't have any lyrics. So that's the way I like it. I like it like that, you know, especially when I get into the R&B jazz and the neo soul. Man, those are always nice. But here I am just trying something new. And of course, the system, I have to really tweak that. But that's fine too. You know, this is just like I said, you know, this is a learning process for me. This is basically just testing grounds, you know what I mean, for bigger and better things, hopefully. So today's topic is about how do you get somebody to trust in you? Trust you, trust in you, right? That is very important as being an adult. Now, when you're young, you have a tendency of kind of like not really caring too much about it. That's only if your mind is at that place. You know, if your mind is in a place where you are conscious of how people trust in you, then you would more than likely put a bigger effort in trying and being trustworthy, being a trustworthy person in everything that you do. And being that I have had a rocky start at the beginning of trying to figure this thing out, as far as relationships in business, or relationships and friendships, in uh, family, all these things, even my coworkers for that matter. It's like I've worked in a lot of places, and I realized that a lot of people don't trust the people that they work around. Now, for example, like if you take food, your lunch, and you put it into a cafeteria refrigerator, right? And you got it clearly labeled, and then there are some people that will tamper with your stuff, right? And just like, when you come to eat your food, you see that somebody done been in it, or maybe just took the whole thing, and you're like, man, I can't trust people to put and that's one of the things that, I personally never dealt with, meaning, because one, I don't bring my food and put it in nobody's refrigerator where a whole bunch of people had access to. I wouldn't do that. I don't know about you guys. I don't trust people like that. And speaking of trust, I was more concerned about people trusting me than me trusting other people, you know? And that to me had been like, wow, should I actually, let my guard down and actually start trusting people? Right. And it seemed like the times that I did, I got like slapped in the face because I lowered my guard, and it made me feel stupid because I trusted a person that I should not have trusted. And that taught me how not to be. I try my absolute best not to be like the people that I have my eye peeled out for constantly, because I don't really trust a whole lot of people. But if you get in my good graces, trust me. There it is, the word trust me, right? That I would be that person that is trustworthy in your world. Why is that? Because I want people to treat me like I treat them. That's it. What go around, come around type thing. That's what I live by. And I had to learn that the hard way as a young man coming up. And there's still a lot of people, a lot of young people out here who don't have the blueprint to actually be trusted. You know, you can say it all you want 24/7 until you're black in the face, whatever color you are. It don't matter, pink, purple, whatever. You can just talk till sunrise, till sunset about how trustworthy you are. But it's not the talk, it's the actions, you see? And yeah, young men, young women, young people have to decipher how to actually put their foot down about, can you really be a trustworthy individual, right? Me, I took a couple knocks upside the head to realize that, I had to be a man of my word. When they say your word is bond, I remember you just used to be a saying, your word, my word is bond. Bond. Actually, that was a slang we used to say. Word is bond. Back in my young days, I don't know how it is now, you know? But word is bond. Yeah, word. Right. This is what we used to say. Throw that around real easy. You know what I mean? But that had a lot of meaning once you matured. Once you start really maturing about what it means that your word has to be bond. A bond can't be broken. People have to trust your word as it to be like, etched in stone type thing. They know when they come to Daryl, that brother gonna get it done. If he can do it, he gonna do it because he said he would. That's how I work. And I judge people that same way. And please, don't nobody come to me about you, thou shalt not judge. Wait a minute. If that's the case, then why do we have that in us to be able to decipher if we're going to allow people, into our world or not, or how close we allow them in? There's certain people you have to be cautious of. There's certain people you can trust, and certain people you just can't trust, regardless. And then you have to decipher, put on a scale, right? If you're going to allow them close to you or not. And that goes for everything, even everything that I just mentioned before. Business, relationship, friendship, family. You got family members that you can't trust in your home. Yeah, touchy, right? But that's for real. That's the real deal, Holyfield. That's the real deal. But that's life, though. You know what I mean? But see, we have to develop over time. How do we decipher, and without being sinful about it? You know what I mean? We try not to be sinful in the process of learning and growing and interacting with people. We try not to. Us conscious people try not to. Not that we're perfect Christians or anything, right? But we still have to decide and decipher who we're going to allow to be close to our precious family. Who you're going to allow in your home. You have to be careful about who comes in your home. Oh, yeah. There was a time, here's a quick little story. When I was a young man, all right? There was one guy in the neighborhood that we just knew that we could not trust, but still yet we was cool with this dude. But we had to count everything, check everything when he left. And even though we did that, he still managed to slip something out my freaking house. And I found it in his room when I went to visit him. Dude. And I could have swore I just checked everything. When he came, before he came, and then when he left. But I don't know when dude got that particular thing. He done swiped. I ain't calling no names, but that nabbit, dude, you a thief. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate that we all knew this about him. Cool with us, can play great basketball. You know what I mean? But dude couldn't be trusted in your home. Talking about yo, bro, let me use the bathroom. Yeah, you can use the bathroom, but now everybody's like, where he go? Yo, where's he been gone a long time, bro? You know what I mean? Now you go in your bathroom after he don't went to the bathroom. Make sure you ain't swiping nothing out your bathroom. What in the world? That's horrible. See, at young people growing up trying to figure it all out, and those guys or people, females, males, it don't matter, who have that problem. They probably have been. I don't know if they've been raised around it. You can't really say people have been raised around that type of lifestyle is the reason why they are that way. But there's something being planted in them to make them believe that wherever they go, that they can just pick up anything and it's theirs. There was a guy I knew that out of prison. And the man was like, if I wanted it, dag nabbit, and you had it, then it was going to be mine. I'm looking at bro like, nah, not my stuff. No, it wouldn't. That we're gonna have to fight to the death. I don't care if it was a daggone box of M&Ms, man. You're not gonna take it, you know. So that was the. I mean, listen, we grow up and we run across a lot of people, man, lots of people, and we don't know out of all the people that we meet, we don't know, you know, what type of personality and lifestyle or just the way that they are. We really do not know. You know what I might be able to do for the music? Um, I think what I'm gonna do is unmute my sea creatures in the background. Yeah, let's see if that works, y'all. Yeah, you hear it? I'm gonna turn the volume up a little bit. Listen to this. Ah, I love that stuff, man. That's my Husa moment. Listen, I get excited, you know, when I talk about things sometimes. I have compassion about it, you know, especially if I really know or have experienced this stuff, you know? And that's why I talk to you the way that I talk. You know, I could start off real laid back, cool, sounding like, you know, somebody suave. And the next thing you know it, I get so emotional and it's almost like PTSD on the thing because it reminds me of when I was back there in the day and had to deal with it. And I all of a sudden get like hype, you know? And I realize that I get kind of hype sometimes. I calm myself down a little bit, you know? Who's side, brother? Brush it off your shoulder, man. You know what I mean? That type thing. But listen, um, trust is important, especially these days, man. Especially in the times that we live in now. It is so super, 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 super important to be trusted and to know if you can trust others. So what do you have lined up to know, you know, if you can trust a person or not? With anything. Do you start small or do you just, you know, be like, you know, I'll just take it for granted that they said they were good people, never been locked up, no negative background. So here you go. Here's a couple $1,000. I know you'll pay me back when you said you would. Is that how you work it? Mhm. And if you do, let me tell you to stop. Don't do that. That's not wise, right? The wise thing to do is to over time people really show their true colors over time. People put up a really good front when you first meet them, just like when on Instagram, for example. Let's use Instagram for an example, right? Or social media period, because now here's YouTube over here, right? People will make themselves look like gold, boy. Gold, you hear me? Just look like they just perfect, no flaws, none whatsoever. Just look like, wow, man, I would love to be in the good graces of that person, right? But then, even if you were granted that and you realize that they are human and they have faults like you have, and all that front that they put up ain't quite what it seemed to be in real life once you peel it all back. Is that deceiving? They always say first impression means goes a long way. So, of course, they're trying to impress you. That's fine. You know, that's fine. Like me, for example, right? I know I don't look like I got it together. See, that's what y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Because I don't. I don't have it together. You know what I mean? Now, do I always try to be better than I was the day before and the day before that and the day before? Yes, I do try. I try to be a better individual. By being better means that I have to be honest. Whew, let me tell you about being honest, man. That stuff hurts sometimes. Yes, the things that you want. For example, I had to. Y'all have to excuse my old school talk. When I say rap, I don't mean listen up, young brothers. What have we become? I don't mean that. I'm talking about rapping, talking. You know, conversating, rapping. Back in my day, you did. That's what we said when we trying to talk to a female. Rap. Let me rap to her. You know what I mean? Let me shoot my rap. Called rap. Right? But now, in the process of doing that, shooting my so-called rap, my game, you know, that I had to try to make it appear as if I really have it together, that I'm highly intelligent, smart guy, because I was a handsome guy back then. You guys would never know that now, but I used to be a very handsome young man. Shoot, boy, I was nice looking, hair full of hair, man. My teeth was all straight. Shoot, my physique had a 6 pack, had a little bird chest, but I had good arms though. You know what I mean? So here I go trying to give the best impression I possibly could. Right? Knowing that I was an old stink butt back then. That means those socks standing up in the corner over there. I'll put them joints back on to go play some basketball tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I sure would, man. Yeah. And don't let me tell you about my daggone underwear. Ooh, Lord. I wouldn't change them things unless I saw a daggone skid mark in them. That's bad to tell people, but that's the truth. Yeah. When I was a young man, I was just wake up, get up and go. You know what I mean? That was me. But over time, of course, we learn. Okay? And I learned in order to keep a girlfriend, my hygiene had to be up here. Had to smell good all the time. And when I realized that that's attractive to them. They like an honest man, somewhat like rough edges a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I had that. I had the rough edges. That was natural. But I also had a goofy side, as y'all can plainly see. I still have that. I have that goofy side of me. And strangely enough, I never wanted that goofy side to be seen because I thought that would just turn them off because I was too silly. When I really realized that I could be myself was the best time for me. And be honest. If they asked me a hard question, I just would bite the bullet and tell them. I've lost many friends and girlfriends and people like that, being honest. But overall, it made me feel like I am different. I'm not like everybody else because everybody else would have lied about it. I remember I got arrested one time as a teenager. I walked in to the police station because they said they was looking for me. I think I was 17 years old, maybe 18. I may have been 18 years old. I had did some stuff with my friends, and I didn't see no big deal about it, really. What they looking for me for? Because I wasn't the one who did the dirt anyway. I was just there trying to orchestrate it, And then my name get kicked around. When I found that out, I walked down to the police station and said, "Hey, I heard you guys were looking for me." And they'll say, "What's your name?" I said, "My name is so and so and so." Looked on it. Yeah, we sure was looking for you. I said, "Now what for?" Here I am thinking I'm going to sit there and discuss this thing and walk out of there. There was a warrant. I wasn't going to discuss anything with anybody and walk back out of there the same day. But they did give to my credit that I came in. Like I gave myself up. I gave myself up. I ain't do nothing. I really didn't. I was just orchestrating stuff. I didn't tell them that. That's one of the truth they never asked. So I never told them. But I told them I was there that day. I saw what happened. Bang. But they looked at me as the guy that was doing it all. So they didn't ask no more questions. They was just like, "All right, book them. Book them. Send them downtown." Right? Of course, I got out like in a couple of hours because it was just something stupid. Not anything they can really hold me on because I was young, But it's that type of stuff. Now, any other normal kid, me growing up with, would have been like, I'm avoiding them altogether. I'm not walking down to no police station. What are you, stupid? I guess I was. I was honestly dumb. I've lost girlfriends that way along the way, but I was honest. I had to tell the truth. I don't know why I couldn't just lie. And I would have had the girl that I wanted, but I told the truth. And it cost me. So, it is what it is with that. And I still think it's the best policy as an adult now. Because when you have children, you have to teach your children, regardless on the penalty consequences behind the truth. Always stand by it like a grown, like the man or woman that you are or trying to be in life. And I started to do that more and more. And I took the hard road. That means I did dabble in a lot of things growing up, you know, smoking, drinking, getting high, running, partying all night, all that stuff. I did not, I experienced all those things as well. And when you're dealing with somebody in a mature state, when you're trying to deal with somebody, trying to get to meet them, they want to know what kind of stuff have you been involved in your past. I tell them, I don't hold that stuff back. Why should I? We grown, right? We mature, right? We're adults. We should be able to put things in the right perspective, and everybody has a story. My story is, yep, I have a story, you know? And if any of you guys follow me on social media, dag nabbit, you get to hear my story. Little bits at a time, right? But yeah, and sometimes it would turn people off, turn females off to hear that, yeah, I've had brushes with the law before. Yes, I've been in some fights, in the streets. Yes, I've had, I broke up with I had a relationship with somebody, broke up, all that type stuff, you know? So, it seemed to be a lonely road, but when you get used to it, it's not so bad, you know? I mean, I will be honest first before anything else, you know? I don't really lie about a lot of stuff because there's no need for me to. I don't put myself in that position to lie. So that's where I gain my trust. I gain my trust through simply being honest, straightforward up front, and let the chips fall where they may at that point. That is something a lot of people can't do. And when you're dealing with somebody like that will lie just because they're trying to get your attention, that's a red flag. You need to be like, wait a minute. I've seen this before, or I heard about this before. And now you got to put your little tests up. If you're talking about relationships, I'm going to tell you one of the tests I used to do when I meet somebody, and I wasn't sure of what type of person they really are, if they could be trusted or not. I used to work a lot. I had 2 jobs at one point. And when I meet somebody, I ain't have a whole lot of time to be dealing with them, meaning, when I had my days off, it was mainly one day off because I had 2 jobs I was going back and forth between. So when they come by, they might stay over or whatever, right? And I would leave money out on purpose, but I know how much money I left out. I know how much money. It may look like a whole bunch of money, but ain't no but a bunch of ones behind that 20, dag nabbit. I wasn't taking a chance with like leaving a bunch of 20s or 100s sitting around. I would just put like a 20 on top, maybe 2 of them, and then a whole bunch of singles in the middle and fold it and stick it halfway under something and take one of the 20s and hang it way out like that and leave it there the whole weekend. If anything looks off, and I would just say I must be a good judge of character because nobody really stole from me like that. A female never really stole from me. So I thank goodness for that one, but the guy friends, some of them just can't trust them. You know what I mean? So yeah, trust is very important. And I think that if you're a young person and you're hearing this message, then guess what? Work on your trust. Work on being trustworthy in everything that you do, because it'll take you further than cutting corners, lying, and cheating. That's the real deal. I mean, you can't hear it no straighter than that from anybody. If anybody telling you otherwise, they are not really being truthful with you. Maybe because it's the way they live. You got to be careful of that as well. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful of that as well, of how they live. And they may look like they got it together and they telling you these things or not telling you these things. This is very vital, very important. Young people, be trustworthy. Work on being trustworthy. It takes you further in almost everything that you come in contact with. Now, I used to wonder why would a person run from the police? Now, I get it. They don't want to go to jail or they're fearful, scared for whatever reason. Why are you so scared? Okay, maybe you have done something. You know, that's one habit I never picked up growing up is running from the police because I felt like I know I got rough edges. I know I do things, but I don't do things to a point where I need y'all to be chasing after me. And if you do come after me, I'm going to stand there and try to discuss this and let you know, honestly, what you coming after me for. I'm not the person that you should be chasing. And then maybe a lot of them guys are that people, or that type of person that's book and run. Now, I'm going to tell you, now, here's a guy. Now, I mean, for a long time, even though I wasn't perfect, but a long time, I think I had to be in my 20s. And I worked with a guy. We was driving trucks together. I think he was my helper, but he just got a job because he was trying to mask his real activity where he made his money was selling drugs in the street. You know, I didn't particularly, think that was cool that he did that. So I would talk about it, because I tried to be a positive person all the time. And I would look at him and I ask him, he's, like, you see what I'm wearing, right? He would wear gold chains to work and gold rings. And we got a physical job. We have to deliver appliances. And you can't and you wearing all this fancy stuff, man. Clean, bro. Why are you wearing that and you working, man? You expect me to do all the dag nabbit work, man? So we kind of talked a little bit. And I asked him, he told me about his lifestyle, and he said the only reason why he got the job was because he wanted it to look like that the money that he does have in the bank, it came from the job. That was his thinking. And everything that he owned, cars, jewelry, I don't know about the clothes. He can't really claim that he put it in his mama's name, in other words. Right? Now, this same young man, now after I had worked there with him, I hear that a young fellow with his name, I'm not mentioning names, they got shot in the back. I'm like, wow, shot in the back. What in the world happened? I'm thinking, what could have happened? It dawned on me. Dude had been into some activities that he could not bear trying to take the chance of a police officer approaching him and going into all of this, who are you and all this stuff. So he decides to run because he was more than likely selling drugs and they chased him and they shot him in the back. He probably was a fast runner and they wasn't really gaining any ground. So the excuse the police officer used was I tripped and accidentally shot him directly in his back and killed that boy. This is the type of stuff that not being honest will get you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to live two lives. You're trying to be this drug dealer, and then you're trying to make it appear as if by having a legal job that you are not that guy. So that is a big falsehood right there. A lot of people do it. A lot of your high profile criminals do that. From the very top to the very bottom. If you're a criminal, talking about the scale of criminals, they all do that. Criminals cannot be honest because if they were honest, which I spoke of before, they would incriminate themselves. You would see exactly who they truly are. Yeah. So they have to keep lying. They're going to lie to you. They're going to lie to me. They're going to lie to their people. They're going to lie to their wife if they're married. They babies, they're gonna lie to everybody because they have to cover and protect that other lifestyle, that dark lifestyle, you know? But they don't want to stop doing it. But then look who they have chasing after them, though: police, crackheads, other drug dealers, haters, and people who just won't tell on you. Always checking and see what you're doing, and they're going to pick up the phone and call the police. That's the type of lifestyle in which they live. A big lie. Now, for a lot of people, that doesn't work out too well. Then for some, works out just fine, don't it? Because they become rappers, right? Rappers, boy. And then they go from small stuff to big stuff because they're getting paid bigger money. No, it's not worth it. Be honest. Live an honest life, y'all. I'm talking to you young people, and maybe there's a couple of old people just caught up right alongside with these young people, that they're always lying about something. Have you ever heard of a habitual liar? I met a few of them. Just lied just because. I'm like, what in the world? And then when you, they lied to a point it was comical. And I know daggone well that I can't trust this guy because he lying about the smallest thing. You know what I mean? About who owns the car you drive. Huh? That ain't your car. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't really care. But dang, why are you going to tell me that that's your car? Come to find out, that's your dad's car or your girlfriend or your mama or somebody else's car. You know what I mean? It just could be the simplest things. People just find reasons to not be truthful about. Now, me, on the other hand, dag nabbit, I'm going to tell. If you ask me, my dumb butt going to tell you, right? And does it hurt? Oh, yeah, I guess sometimes it does. You know what I mean? Me trying to date, me in the dating scene, boy. They asked me a question that's kind of hard because some of y'all may or may not know. I done been married a couple times, you know what I mean? And that's one of the things when you're trying to date somebody, they really want to know to see if you worthy of being in a long-term relationship. And then when you tell them you've been married more than once and divorced, they like, wait a minute, hold up, buddy. I don't know about you. So, that's been the story of my life, y'all. Oh, Lord. But guess what? I'm still going to be honest about it. I don't give a dag nabbit. That mean they wasn't meant for me. Nah, man. So, yeah, man. My time is about it. That was kind of fun for me to talk about a little bit. Next time, you guys just try to join in if you could. Check me out later. Now, this is what I wanted to leave y'all with, because later on, it might be today, might be tomorrow, but I have a character that I need to introduce to you guys. All right. And this particular individual, I'll tell you his name. Let me think. I had his name. His name is dag nabbit, I don't remember. I don't remember his name, but I know one thing, that when you hear this guy, you don't want to take advice from him. The best advice that he probably will be giving you is that, and he'll probably give you the one advice, and that is simple, that don't go down this path, or this is what you'll see. That's and it's very important. So yeah, I'll be introducing that guy either today, later on this evening, because the nighttime is his best time. Ooh, be on the lookout for that guy. You know what I mean? All right. So on that note, y'all, my time is basically up. Right? So next time, family, right? Try to join in. You know, if there's something that you want to add or subtract to it, or you might want to give me your opinion. You know, not that I'm going to agree with it 100% or disagree. You know what I mean? Or maybe you just want to be like, you know what? I like your content. And if that's cool, do me a favor. As far as YouTube is concerned, subscribe, support, and share. For Instagram, just keep checking me out, man, because y'all don't have the same type of thing that YouTube have. So just check me out. Right. On that note, y'all, ah, peace and one love. And remember, family, treat people like you want to be treated, and it'll come back round because it has for me. One love, y'all. It was nice talking to you. Tomorrow, I don't know yet what the topic's going to be, but join in live at 5. It don't matter. Live at 5 tomorrow, and I'll be live streaming once again. And all I can tell y'all is love each other more and more and more. You get further with love than hate. All right. Peace, y'all.